Hey, I'm Tamberly, and I help professional women reduce the mental load using AI and journaling. And today we are talking about the harvesting reset. So let's get into it. All right, I'm going to be real with you for a second. We are just getting into April. And I know that for a lot of us, this is the time of the year when that new year energy has officially just faded away, right? We look at the goals that we set in January and we realize that we haven't even touched half of them. And the main feeling isn't motivation anymore, it's guilt. And if that's you, if you're already behind on 2026, I want to give you a gift right now, okay? The problem isn't your willpower. The problem is the advice that you've been given. Standard productivity advice is just pile on more to dos, right? Buy a new planner, pick a new habit, or set a new sprint. I think that's exactly backwards. And here's how I see it. I view our quarter one, which is January through March, as a packed garden. We fill it with so many ambitions and so many things, and it's more than a few seeds that we plant, right? We tend to overdo it, and eventually we're going to have a whole greenhouse built. So if you look at the slide right here, your garden is overcrowded. All those seeds, you got seeds of new habits, reading 50 books, going to the gym daily, and they're all competing for limited sunlight and nutrients, right? Nothing can thrive because everything is stressed. The solution isn't to buy more seeds and pack it in April. Okay. The truth is, you don't need more seeds. Okay. Let's repeat that. You don't need more seeds. Here in quarter two, we have to stop planning and start paying attention to what is already in the ground. Okay. So, what do we do with an overcrowded garden? We can't ignore it. That wouldn't be right, right? But we also don't use April for spring cleaning. So let's look at this chart here you see in front of you. Most of the content you'll see this month is all about cleaning, which sounds like more work. It's exhaustion, to be honest. So, my philosophy for April is harvesting phase. It's the harvesting phase. We are pivoting. Instead of trying to sweep away everything and clean up everything, we are looking at the last 90 days of work and finding the actual value in it. We are shifting from what should I be doing to what is already working that I can enjoy right now. And that is how we clear the mental clutter. So, this is realism in action, okay? The sole purpose of the harvesting phase is to reduce the heavy mental load that we carry. If if we have a goal that isn't growing or working, the only thing it's doing is producing stress. And by letting it go, we regain our energy. And we use a simple three-step loop: define, design, and live. We need to, I guess you say, objectively define the few sprouts in quarter one that actually took root. And that's our actual progress. We got to look at the actual progress that we had. We have to design a lean, faster system for quarter two that only waters those sprouts. And then we give ourselves permission to live simply by focusing on the important things. So here is the problem with the harvesting loop. We try to perform step one, the define phase, using our very own brains. And that's not always effective. If you will see the image on the screen, this is exactly what it feels like to reflect on quarter one. Our brains is a processor, right? It is not a storage unit. So when you try to recall the last 90 days objectively, you are terrible at it. I'm terrible at it. You will default to the noise. You only see the to-do list that hasn't been checked off, and you only see the guilt of the dead seeds. Our brains are bad auditors, pretty much is what I'm trying to say. And that bias is a massive wellness drain for us. That's why we need an external partner to come in to help us with the clarity. And that external partner is AI. So most people, they use AI to ask it to generate more to-dos for them or write an email or get 10 more ideas on something. And to be honest with you, that is adding more seeds to our garden. Here at DWJ, we use AI differently. We use it for subtraction, not addition. Now, what we do is we feed AI all the chaotic stuff, the subjective, the emotional data from our quarter one. And that can be anything from our journals, our screenshots of our messy calendars, our notes app, anywhere that we've jotted notes down, we've complained, we've fussed, we've prayed, all that stuff. We feed it into the AI, right? And what the AI does is it filters the mess. It doesn't have any emotions. So it looks at patterns, it reduces the clutter, and it tells you stop watering the noise. Here are the few strong sprouts that have actual momentum. And that's AI as a clarity tool, right? And not just another task generator. All right, so here's what I want you to do. I want you to put this into motion. I'm going to leave this prompt in the description so you can grab it easily. What I want you to do is I want you to grab all your raw data from your journals, your tasks, your calendar, anywhere that you've got any information about your quarter one, okay? And I want you to upload it or paste it into whatever AI platform you choose. And I want you to ask it to identify the three consistent themes where I actually made progress. Contrast this with the mental clutter, which are the goals I mentioned but didn't act on. Now, the prompt is a complete filter, okay? It finds your actual progress and it forces the AI to contrast or compare it with the mental clutter. And that mental clutter is the goals that you probably now carrying as guilt because you didn't get to them. And the results that you get back will tell you exactly where you need to focus in quarter two. Okay, friend, I want you to stop being a to do generator and start being a life designer. This is the moment for you to clear your garden for quarter two. Okay. It's time to clean it up, clear it. Okay. So we are in April, and I want you to execute this checklist. I want you to audit quarter one, run the AI analysis using the prompt, and identify the seeds that deserve to be harvested. Then I want you to do the most important thing here is give yourself permission to clear the clutter. Stop watering the dead seeds, okay? And if you do this, you are freeing yourself up so that you can enjoy the harvest of what is working. Now, if you are ready for more AI frameworks that prioritize your energy, your wellness, come hang out with us in the Prompted Life School community. Okay. The link is in the description below. And I want to say happy harvesting.
Thanks for watching. If you're designing a life less loaded, subscribe and join the community. Drop a comment below. I read every single one. See you next time.